Morning everyone, or afternoon or evening or good night wherever you are watching this. Well, here we are at the business end of the devil incarnate, as my wife calls this car. If the devil became a car, this to her would be the car. To everyone else, this is a 1.8T VW GTI Mark IV AUM engine. So what I'm doing today is I'm fighting battles. It is very cold. I have a jack under the gearbox mount, and I'm doing under the gearbox, and I'm doing the gearbox mount on this side. It is really only on one side. Now the nice thing about Volkswagen is generally Volkswagen make it you have to take everything off, but thankfully, because we're running a aftermarket air filter, just bolt that off, I can get access to these top mounts. Helpfully Volkswagen have in this cable tray actually put holes so you can get the other mounts, and it's simply a case of removing the existing bolts, putting the new mount in, and then putting new bolts in. You have to use new bolts. Volkswagen always use snap bolts on things that are important. What that means is that they if you try and reuse the original bolts, they won't hold it as well, because they've gone either weaker or longer, depending on the technical term. So there we go. Inside, I'm battling with the work of a previous mechanic who has used power tool on this. So this is a T25 Torx screw bolt, and the previous mechanic has used power tool. It's basically on more tight than getting tickets to a Taylor Swift concert. So of course I've tried to get it off and threaded it out. This is what I need to change here, this little bushing here. So I'm trying to get through to Volkswagen, and then I'll have to use an extractor on that and get a new one, which is annoying. But there we go, mechanics and their power tools. Take care, bye. So the bolt sizes on this gearbox mount, the big ones 18, the middle ones 16, and the babby one is 14. So once you've got all of those bolts out, the big ones go in here, the middle ones go in here, and the babby one is in here, then the mount should come out. And I'll try and get that out. I might need to move a few cables because I've done various deletes and removals of stuff. Hopefully it will come out okay. Just need to twist it a little, and it is coming out. There we go. So that is the old mount. Oh, look at the play in that. Okay, these are meant to be mounting your gearbox. So boing, 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 boing. And I'll go out for the Tatman, the Tatter. So Tatter can have a gearbox mount. We call them Tatters around here. Black country term, not discriminatory. Stevie Bull was, of course, a Tatter. So here we am, back in the kitchen. And this is the gearbox mount. I've added a Powerflex mount in there to give it some more rigidity. You don't want your gearbox bouncing around and stuff. And these are the Volkswagen stretch bolts. Come as a kit from Volkswagen Bolts on eBay. Used them many times, give you all the bolts you need to do different jobs. So stretch bolts, single use stretch bolts. So before we get the impact armor, the impact armor is of course the impact driver. Before we drive those bolts in, wang them in, this is how it should sit. So your front of the mount here, and just line it up, and these you should be able to see the silver part above the body coloured part. Now we'll be putting a bit of anti-seize on. I don't know whether that is correct, however to me a bolt with anti-seize is a problem waiting to happen. Of course, never use anti-seize on spark plugs. Now interestingly, my kit didn't come with the babby bolt. It came with two middling bolts, so I've had to reuse the babby bolt. I'll order one of those from VW. It's quite easy to change. I've got another shift linkage thing en route to try and sort these problems out. And let's wang these back in and take it from there. I'm going to clean out those threads as well. They look a bit disgusting. Now, I totally understand why manufacturers put these trays on. It protects the wiring from water, rats and other nasty stuff from vibration and chafing. However, it's a lot easier to work on with the tray just ripped out. So I've done a tray delete. All I need to do now is raise the gearbox up, insert those two front mounts, torque everything, and then jobs are good. And I'll cable tie these together. And there you go. If anyone needs to work on this again, it's more accessible than ever. So here we are, we've got the bolts in place, the mount in place. I will torque it up now. Just a correction, obviously can't read anymore, too many boxing injuries. This is a 13mm bolt on mine, not a 14 as stated. So we get 18, 16, 13. So here we go. Let's see if it's bossed or whether it's bossed in. As we walk around the beast, the anticipation builds. As we open the 2-ton Volkswagen door, as we step into the heart of the beast. Oh, into the nice seats, very comfy. Nice Recaros. Chickadees in neutral. Fire up the beast. Oh, she roars into life. The sound of 10,000 butterfly wings going higher and higher. Oh, let's put it in reverse. Still tough to get in reverse. Not as jumpy. Yeah, still as grindy. So we haven't fixed the problem that I wanted to fix. That, my friends, is a clutch, I believe. So it's off to the garage. Yep, on the 22nd, 26th even, for MOT and clutch. This has not resolved the problem of that, which I think is the sound of a clutch failing to disengage. Now I'll be taking this heap of junk for a test drive. My wife has always hated this car, and now it's turning into a money pit again. She hates it even more. She thinks we should sell it. Say adios GTI. I'd like to replace this bushing, and I'd like to get the clutch done. Seems a shame after coming so far with a vehicle that pretty much every system in it is now done to be throwing it away. I'm not going to put the centre console back yet because I'm waiting for that bushing, but I'll take it for a test drive. Now interestingly, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, absolutely lovely to engage now, no issues. It's just fifth when it's running is where the grind is. That's either because it's not a synchro gear or because the clutch is going and what has happened is it's not disengaging. So we'll try and get the professionals, the garage, to find out. So I'm back from the drive do test, and apart from this issue, which is depress, clunk, everything else is absolutely fine. All the other gear changes are fine. It goes into first, it goes into second, it goes into third, it goes into fourth, it goes into fifth. When you're actually in motion, there's no issues with that. It just goes straight in. Not a problem when you're driving. It's just literally that. If we leave it for 5 to 7 seconds, it's just that. Why is it doing that? Why are you clunking like that? Everything else when you drive it is fine. There's no slip going forwards. Power's going down to the wheels. The 209 hamsters are doing their jobs. So the problem must be in the connection between the hamster cage, where 209 hamsters are running around like headless chickens, and between the hamster transfer drive to the wheels. So let me know if you've got any ideas.